Hollywood is full of actors that could have played this role, but one of the people that was in my mind was Jeremy, because he'd already played a role for us in The Submarine in season 5. He's the young man whom Jack talks to on the radio, and he has to learn how to stab the Russian to death with a knife. He was a great actor for us. He played this tough scene with Kiefer, and Kiefer was very pleased with his performance. Jeremy also, I discovered as we were shooting, had tremendously precise gun skills.
Ready to do some shooting, kill some bad guys?
Jeremy had worked on our show before, but he had never been like in that position of being the hero. He was okay, but he didn't do it like Jack Bauer would. I had to teach him how to do little shoulder rolls, little stunt moves. He was great. He picked up on it really quick.
You believe that he's a young man who's been trained in hand-to-hand fighting and so on, and that he knows how to use a gun.
There are some safety things we just need to all be conscious of. We're going to be using ammunition. Though they're blanks, they can be very dangerous.
These are real weapons, so this is no joke.
On a set, you have to treat it with great respect. They're real weapons, they're capable of firing real shells, and they're very, very carefully monitored by the state weapons experts who are on the set with you.
Make sure one round goes to take out the RPG guy.
You hand them out only for the shot. You have to show that the breech is empty when you hand a gun to an actor. It's very carefully controlled as to how many rounds they'll shoot.
There'll be 2 squibs and then 10 rounds. 10 rounds will be fired from the gun.
There's no question when you fire a fully automatic weapon that you need to put your fingers in your ears because they are extremely loud.
Live ammo, ready and fire. That's what I'm talking about.
We had a lot of car work in both these episodes. In the first one, we actually chose to do it live. We hung Guy on the side of the car in a little rig that the grips built for him. In the desert, there was so much of it between the van and Jason's Charger, so we actually had to go into the stage and set about doing poor man's.
Well, poor man's process is an old term that they used back in the old days when they just hung like a sheet behind a car, and then the characters bounce along and pretend they're driving. What we do is not so poor man's process, but we kept the same term. We attach cameras to cars and drive them down the road.
We drive down a specific road that's necessary to be out the window in the scene. We get all the different angles at once in one pass. And then we play these plates back, 1 and sometimes 2 at a time, with very powerful theater-style digital projectors onto a back screen. So we float the screen in behind the car window, and we have the car on stage in front of us, and then we move lights around to make them simulate the effects of passing cars and so on.
Here we go, and playback, and driving.
A lot of it's the acting, you know? If an actor looks away from where he's driving, you know, that's fake, you know? Look, watch where you're going, you know? So they've got to keep in mind that they're supposed to be driving and turning and moving.
So on 24, every time you see a helicopter or a train or a plane or a car or a truck or a boat or whatever it is moving, we're actually on the stage with a giant projector. It's great when you, as a director, you get to have that much hardware and that numbers of people. I had great help from really skilled professionals. One day we had the extreme arm car with a stabilized arm and a stabilized camera. They made a nice crane move. Bill Bennett was the operator, and he just comfortably knows that device so well. We had a helicopter special mount, a stabilized ball camera, and we brought in one of our best pilots who does all of our work, and I just cut them loose. I gave them maps from Google which had the cars sitting on the very road that they were meant to find, and they just flew out over there and made really graceful, gorgeous moves following both vehicles on the roadway, and that was tremendously helpful. And then they of course also shot the jet coming into land. Beautiful aircraft.
It's pretty fun stuff having that jet come right over your head.
It was great to have toys as expensive and as sophisticated as that at your disposal. I was very pleased to use them and hopefully use them well.
And cut! Okay, we'll get out of here.
The Rookie, powered by Degree Men. More power than you need. One day you'll need it.